Hi everyone, it's me again. Welcome to my channel. My name is Mac and I do booktube now. And since I've kind of been going off on this booktube thing, I've decided that today I'm gonna do the booktube newbie challenge, which is basically just kind of like, or tag, not challenge, I don't know why I said that, which is basically just kind of like asking you a bunch of questions and you answer them in relation to being new to booktube, which I am. I haven't really been doing this for that long, but I just thought that this would be kind of fun. I am not prepared. The creator is Brenda C. I don't know who that is, but from what I'm reading also too is that her entire channel is also private as well. But she like started this. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? Well, I started this channel originally as like a travel thing. I was originally planning on doing like a lot of travel vlogs, and I still have some of them up, but it started to get really hard for me to do travel stuff with COVID, and because I didn't have any proper equipment. Now I have like an actual camera, so I'm definitely gonna get more into that when I start to travel again. But during COVID I started reading a lot too, and then when I was reading a lot I started getting into booktube, watching other booktubers like Paperback Dreams and Noelle. I also really like Elias. I'm forgetting their name, like what their names are. I'll tag them all down below so that you guys like can check them out, who like I'm watching. I know I don't have like that large of a following like compared to them, so it's not gonna make that much of a difference, but just so that you guys get an idea of who I started watching and why I got inspired to start doing booktube stuff. And the second question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to booktube? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I have a lot of ideas on future videos that I've seen other people do them, but not how I would execute it. Because whenever I do have an idea, I like to kind of look it up first to see if, one, if anybody else has already done it, and two, to see how they execute it, because typically when I have an idea for a video, I'm like, okay, this is how I would execute it, and sometimes it's like exactly the same. For the wrap-up videos, I feel like every booktuber kind of does the same thing. You talk about what you read, you talk about what the rating is, and you try to make it like as entertaining as possible. But I have other ideas. I have an idea for a video, and I had looked it up and I had seen that other people had done it, but it's definitely not how I would have executed it. Not that they were bad videos, but it's just not how I would have done it. So I feel more confident doing that kind of stuff and being a bit more creative in that aspect, especially when it comes to like astrology and like tarot and stuff like that. I really want to be able to incorporate that into my videos with booktube and probably with travel as well. I don't know how that would work, but I'll figure it out. So I think that that's probably what I would bring to booktube that I haven't seen a lot of. I haven't seen a lot of it, but I also haven't seen it how I have it planned in my head, if that makes sense. And three is, what are you most excited for about this new channel? I think what I'm most excited for is, if this does grow any larger, is having a community of people to be able to discuss books with, because right now I don't really have that many people to talk about books with. I have one friend at work who we actually are now doing book exchanges, which is like my favorite thing in the world. I love reading what other people enjoyed reading, and I love telling people about books that I read that I loved, and or that I think, even if I didn't love them, that I think that, oh, this book is good for this person. Even if I didn't like it, I can be like, wow, like this book that I just read, I'm not really crazy for it, but I know who would be crazy for it. So I think that's what I'm really excited about, is having some sort of community that's surrounded by books, and something that I don't really get to talk a lot about in my everyday life. I can have a whole platform to talk about it on here. The next question is, why do you love reading? Why do I love reading? That doesn't really answer the question. Well, I just like reading. I just think that it's fun. I like being able to find myself in stories, whether they're fictional or not. And I think that's what I love most about reading. I don't really know how to answer that question. 5 is, which book or series got you into reading? I would say this is like when I was much younger, like what got me into reading was The Magic Tree House. I've read like all of those books. It was ridiculous. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Well, I would ask Noelle what exact shade her hair color is, because it's beautiful and I want it. And I would ask probably just general overall, because I do know a lot of them are in school, and some of them also juggle a job as well at the same time, is where do you find the time? Because it's so hard, and I'm even pretty decent at time management, but it's so hard for me. Like, where do you find the time to just sit down, edit? How to overcome that? I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. That's what I would ask them. And yeah. So the next question would be, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Well, I basically just said it. Is that like time management wise? Even though I am pretty good at time management, having the motivation and the will also to do school, read books, work, edit videos, film videos, it's a lot. So I think that's going to be the biggest challenge, is just finding the time. And then also, it doesn't help that my boyfriend got me a Switch, and I am just full-blown into Legend of Zelda, Mario Odyssey, and of course Animal Crossing. So that also takes up a lot of my time as well, because I'm so sad about school. Like, I want it to be over. The semester's almost over. I'm not sad about school. Like, I like what I'm doing, but it's just the semester's almost over, so it's like a lot of the work is starting to pile on, and I'm just like, I just want to sit and play Animal Crossing. Like, just leave me alone. The only person that I want to bother me is Tom Nook. Anyways, the next question is, when did you start reading? At a really early age. I don't know when exactly, but I was definitely super young. 9 is, where do you read? Mostly in my bed. Yeah, mostly in my bed, but just about anywhere too. For a while I was carrying a book around with me wherever I was going. I do like to go to the beach and read. Now that I live close to the beach, that's nice, but I don't find myself doing that often. But maybe more now because the weather's starting to get nicer again. So, we'll see. And what kind of books do you like to read? And this is the last question. Question number 10. And what kind of books do I like to... I like to read just about anything, but I really do enjoy thrillers and mystery type stuff, but like thriller. I don't know. I like that. I also I enjoy horror as well. For this... Oh my god, why do I have the hiccups? Yeah, I definitely like to read thrillers and horror and other contemporary fiction as well. I do enjoy, but I think that thrillers are definitely at the top of the list, especially right now because they just so easily get me out of my reading slump. But yeah, so just thrillers mostly, but I read all kinds of stuff, literally everything. So there's that. And that was the last question. So this has been the BookTube newbie tag. And so if you're new to my channel, you can get to know me through that. And also my dog, apparently. And if you're not, then whatever. This is just fun. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.